Eastern Diamondback Rattlesnake. Somewhere in the pine forests of the American South, there's a snake heavy enough to rival a large dog, carrying enough venom in a single bite to kill 6 grown men, and it wants you to know it's there before anything happens. That rattle at the end of its tail isn't decoration. It's one of the loudest, most direct warnings in the entire animal kingdom, and it still doesn't stop people from getting bitten every single year. This is the heaviest venomous snake in North America, capable of growing past 2 meters, living across the coastal plains and pine woods from Florida up through the Carolinas. The bite delivers a mix of tissue destroying toxins so severe that even with fast antivenom, some victims lose function in the limb for good. Numbers have dropped over the last century, mostly from habitat loss and organized rattlesnake hunts, but where it still lives, it's the most respected thing in the woods. Copperhead. This is the snake responsible for more bites in the United States than any other species combined, and most victims never even see it before they've already stepped on it. No rattle, no warning system, nothing dramatic, just a pattern of hourglass shaped bands in copper, tan, and brown that blends so well into fallen leaves that people get bitten just a few feet from their own back porch. Here's the twist though, the venom itself is actually milder than most pit vipers, rarely fatal in a healthy adult. What makes this snake dangerous isn't strength, it's how often people run into it. Suburbs, woodpiles, gardens, hiking trails from Texas up to Massachusetts. The bite still hurts badly, with swelling and pain that can last for days. But because death is rare, people stop taking it seriously, and that's exactly when they get too close. Cottonmouth. Most snakes swim below the surface, hidden. This one floats right on top of the water, out in the open, and still manages to go completely unnoticed until it's too late. It's the only venomous water snake in North America, found across the swamps, rivers, and slow moving water of the southeastern states. The aggressive reputation it's earned doesn't really hold up once you look closer. Most encounters happen simply because people don't notice it in the water in the first place. Corner one, though, and it does something almost theatrical, opening its mouth wide to show off the pale white interior that gives the snake its name. That's a warning, not an attack. The venom breaks down tissue and blood cells, and left untreated, bites can leave lasting damage to the muscle and skin around the wound. Eastern coral snake. Red touches yellow, kill a fellow. An old rhyme that exists for exactly one reason, and it might be the only thing standing between you and a snake whose venom can shut down your ability to breathe. It's constantly mistaken for the scarlet king snake, a harmless lookalike that wears almost the same colors in a different order. Unlike everything else on this list, the coral snake's venom but isn't about destroying tissue. It's a neurotoxin, going straight for the nervous system. Here's the strange part though. Its fangs are small and fixed, not built for a deep bite, so it often has to chew for a few seconds just to get enough venom in. A lot of encounters end without any real dose delivered at all. Found mostly across the southeastern US, it spends most of its life hidden underground or buried in leaf litter, which is probably the only reason that bites stay as rare as they are. Timber Rattlesnake. This snake was painted on Revolutionary War flags with the words, "Don't tread on me," underneath it, and after learning what it can actually do, that warning starts to make a lot more sense. It's a patient, slow moving animal that would rather freeze and disappear into the leaf litter than strike at all, only rattling as an absolute last resort. Across the eastern half of the country, from New England down into the Appalachians, this snake has been around a long time. Some individuals living past 30 years in the wild, longer than almost any other rattlesnake in North America. The venom is potent enough to be a real medical emergency, but its calm, defensive nature means most bites only happen when someone steps on it directly or tries to pick it up. Western Diamondback. Rattlesnake. If you've ever heard that dry, buzzing rattle in a movie meant to signal instant danger, you've heard this exact snake, and real encounters with it happen more often than with any other rattlesnake in the country. It's common across Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and northern Mexico, doing just fine in deserts, grasslands, and even the edges of cities, which puts it in contact with people far more than anything else on this list. Despite the reputation, most Western Diamondbacks would rather retreat than fight. The bites that do happen usually come from someone trying to move it or kill it themselves, not from a random encounter out in the wild. A reminder that on this entire list, the snake usually isn't the one starting the problem.